Good morning, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. It's Friday, February 6th, 2026, and this is your AM Update.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly.
NBC News host Savannah Guthrie's brother, Cameron, posts a new Instagram video message as the search for their 84-year-old mother, Nancy, enters its 6th day.
I'm very pleased today that the terms were the rules of a standard deposition. So they're not going to be treated any differently than anyone else.
Bill and Hillary Clinton backing down and agreeing to appear for depositions before Congress as part of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. New forensic details in the Tepe murders reveal the gruesome final moments of the couple's lives. And President Trump delivers wide-ranging remarks at the National Prayer Breakfast. All that and more coming up in just a moment on your AM Update. How are you showing a little extra love this February, whether it's for someone special or just for you? For many, it starts at home with Cozy Earth. Their bamboo pajama set is a classic Cozy Earth favorite and the sleepwear upgrade you will love slipping into night after night. They're lightweight yet cozy and unbelievably soft. Fall asleep faster, stay comfortable longer, and honestly, look forward to putting these things on every night. This Valentine's Day season, Cozy Earth is offering a buy one, get one, or BOGO pajama deal you won't see any other time of the year, and it's totally risk-free. You see, you get a 100-night sleep trial, so you can really try them out, plus a 10-year warranty. If you don't like them after 100 nights, you send them back in and get a refund. These viral PJs are so good, they sold out during the holidays, and now they're back with an exclusive deal only available through February 8th. Hurry up. Head to CozyEarth.com. Use my code MEGANBOGO to get these PJs for you and someone you love. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to tell them that you heard about Cozy Earth right here on the MK Show. Celebrate everyday love with comfort that makes the little moments count. The search for NBC News host Savannah Guthrie's mother, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, now entering its 6th day. A new video posted on Savannah's Instagram last night, this one of her brother, Cameron.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
Multiple media organizations receiving a ransom letter earlier this week requesting an undisclosed amount of Bitcoin by 5 p.m. yesterday. The latest Guthrie video on Instagram posting exactly at 5 p.m. local time. A second deadline listed in the ransom note, the specifics of which have not been disclosed, hits on Monday. FBI Special Agent Heath Yonke yesterday confirming the ransom letter contained details relevant to the crime scene, referencing a floodlight on Nancy's home and her Apple Watch. Agent Yonke also saying the note did not establish any kind of communication protocols. To the contrary, TMZ, which received a copy of the ransom note, reporting yesterday that the letter made clear no talking was desired. As investigators worked to solve Nancy's disappearance, a California man under arrest for allegedly sending fake ransom texts. Derek Colella of Los Angeles, arrested by the FBI in connection with 2 text messages received by Nancy Guthrie's daughter Annie and her husband Tommaso Cioni shortly after the publication of the Wednesday video featuring the 3 siblings. The texts sent from a California-based phone number reading, quote, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction." Investigators determining the phone number was generated through an app allowing users to create a secondary number for their mobile devices, separate from the phone's actual number. Some quick investigative work allowing law enforcement to connect that phone number to an email address, the FBI gathering additional records leading straight to Colella's residence. According to the criminal complaint, after being read his Miranda rights, Colella admitted to using the account associated with the phone number that sent the 2 text messages. He also made a 9-second-long call to an unidentified member of the Guthrie family. Colella telling authorities he found the Guthrie family's information on a website and sent the message to see if the family would respond. This is sick. Who would do this? Colella's charged with 2 felonies related to demanding ransom payments across state lines and transmitting threatening communications. Authorities say the text messages are not linked to the ransom demands received by the media. With a contempt of Congress vote looming, Bill and Hillary Clinton backing down and agreeing to appear for depositions before the House Oversight Committee in its probe into the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton now publicly challenging Oversight Committee Chairman Republican James Comer to hold a full public hearing. The Oversight Committee issuing a subpoena for both Clintons in August. Over the subsequent months, Congressman Comer accusing the Clintons of not working in good faith to secure a deposition date. In January, the Clintons taking a principled stand, writing to Mr. Comer, quote, "Every person has to decide when they have seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country, its principles, and its people, no matter the consequences. For us, now is that time." Or like soon, like someday. After Chairman Comer moved forward with a contempt of Congress vote, which passed with bipartisan support, the Clintons deciding the consequences actually might matter and someone else will have to fight for the country. Bubba and the missus can't go to the pokey. They folded like a cheap suit. Just in time to avoid a full House vote this week. Had the House approved the contempt resolution, the citations would have been referred to the Department of Justice for possible prosecution. Under federal law, contempt of Congress carries a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $100,000. Mrs. Clinton now set to testify February 26th, Mr. Clinton on the 27th. Congressman Comer on Tuesday telling reporters that if they fail to appear, contempt proceedings remain on the table.
I'm very pleased today that the terms were the rules of a standard deposition. So they're not going to be treated any differently than anyone else. And the dates will be in February, in the next few weeks. So the contempt motion is still on the table. The contempt of Congress is for failing to show up. This will be their third date that we've given the Clintons. And 3 strikes and you're out. The votes are there for contempt. I think there are Democrats that will vote to hold him in contempt if the Clintons miss this next date. So we're hopeful that they'll come in. We can ask questions I think every American and every curious reporter would have, and then we'll move on.
The depositions set to be filmed and transcribed, then released publicly, according to the chairman. Emails from the last-minute negotiations released by the Oversight Committee showing the Clinton legal team requesting that any questioning take place in a public hearing. That request rejected in a follow-up email from the committee confirming details of the deposition. Yesterday, Mrs. Clinton going public with the challenge, writing on X, quote, "Let's stop the games. If you want this fight, Representative James Comer, let's have it. In public. You love to talk about transparency. There's nothing more transparent than a public hearing. Cameras on. We will be there." She's super tough now. Chairman Comer responding Tuesday to the prospect of a public hearing.
If we get through the deposition and there's something meaningful to have a hearing, if they still want some more oversight, then I think the members of my committee would love to have them in for a public hearing. So we're fine with that. But the issue here is this original subpoena and the contempt was on the deposition. So if they get to the depositions and they still want a public hearing, we'll try to do something, because I think that and I don't think it's any secret. Depositions have historically been much more substantive than hearings. Hearings are unfortunately have become more of an entertainment thing. This is a serious investigation, and it's bipartisan.
Mr. Trump, Tuesday from the Oval, reacting to the Clintons' deposition battle, referencing the unprecedented lawfare waged against him and his family business by the Biden administration and its allies.
I think it's a shame, to be honest. I always liked him. Her, yeah, she's a very capable woman. She was better in debating than some of the other people, I will tell you that. She was smart woman. I hate to see it in many ways. I hate to see it. But, then I look at me. They went after me like, they wanted me to go to jail for the rest of my life. Then it turned out I was innocent, very innocent. So they tried to put me in jail. And I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel badly that they have to go through that. But then I say, but they did far worse than me. They wanted to put me in jail. Think of it.
Coming up, new forensic details in the Tepe family murders, the brutal final moments of the couple's lives revealed. And President Trump delivers wide-ranging remarks at the National Prayer Breakfast. Ever been in a bad relationship? You know, the kind that just wears you down, you settle in, even though deep down you know this is not how it's supposed to be? Well, that's what daily aches and pains can feel like. You stop expecting to feel good. You start thinking, maybe this is just my life now. But it doesn't have to be. With Relief Factor, you can break up with pain, just like Anthony did. He wrote, quote, "I was dealing with debilitating pain and fatigue, and I've been taking Relief Factor for about 2 months, and now I'm back to running my business, fishing, gardening, and doing the things that really matter to me." And listen, maybe it's your back pain, knee issues, or stiffness that's slowing you down. Relief Factor might help give you your mobility back. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free, and it targets the inflammation that causes pain, so you can move better, feel better, and actually enjoy life again. Try the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Break up with pain and get back to what matters. Newly released autopsy reports revealing the brutal final moments of Columbus, Ohio dentist Dr. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique Tepe, allegedly at the hands of Monique's ex-husband. The Tepes discovered deceased on December 30th inside their home after a friend went to check on them when Spencer did not show up to work. According to the Franklin County autopsy report, Monique was shot 9 times at close range, once in the right cheek, 3 shots to the chest, 1 to the right side of her torso, in the right forearm, and the right hand, plus 2 more wounds to the left upper arm. The report indicating Spencer was shot 7 times, once in the left ear, the left side of the neck, the left upper chest, left lower chest, left hand, left upper back, and right arm near the elbow. The Columbus Dispatch reporting, quote, "The injuries to Spencer's hand and right arm also could indicate he was trying to defend himself or Monique." The couple's 2 children, ages 3 and 1, were found unharmed in the home. Authorities arresting Monique's ex-husband, surgeon Michael McKee, in Rockford, Illinois on January 10th, alleging he drove 900 total miles to and from Columbus, carrying out the killings between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Monique and McKee were briefly married in August 2015 before divorcing in June of 2017. According to People magazine, they separated after less than a year. Investigators saying surveillance video captured a vehicle linked to McKee near the Tepe home at the time of the murders. An affidavit revealing investigators also discovered video capturing McKee near the Tepe home for several hours 3 weeks prior to the murders, as the Tepes were out of town. Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant in a January press conference stating investigators are confident they have the right suspect, sharing this about the evidence collected from the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network.
We can also say that multiple weapons were taken from the property of McKee, and there is a preliminary link from NIBIN to one of the weapons that ties it to the homicides.
A police affidavit in the case revealing Monique previously told friends and family that McKee had been abusive and threatening during and after their marriage, claiming that he told her he could kill her at any time. McKee is charged with 4 counts of aggravated murder and a single count of aggravated burglary. He has since been extradited from his home in Illinois to Ohio, where he remains jailed. On January 23rd, McKee appearing in court virtually for the arraignment. His defense attorney, Diane Menashe, entering a not guilty plea on his behalf and waiving a bond hearing for now. If convicted, he faces a minimum of life in prison with parole eligibility after 32 years and a maximum of life in prison without the possibility of parole, according to Franklin County prosecutors. McKee's next court hearing is not yet known. President Trump making his 6th appearance yesterday at the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington, the event drawing dozens of lawmakers and top cabinet officials, including Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Attorney General Pam Bondi. Also in attendance, the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, and musician Jelly Roll. The president speaking for about an hour, with much of his remarks focused on the administration's push to protect religious liberty. Mr. Trump touching on some current political battles, including a renewed push for Congress to pass a national voter ID law.
A little thing called voter ID. It polls at 97%. And even the Democrat, the people, the voters, are at 82% for voter ID, but the leaders don't want to approve it. They said they will strike. They will not allow it to happen. It's polling at over 90%. It's called voter identification. When you go to the polls, you show, yes, my name is so-and-so, and I live in the country. I'm here. I can vote. They say, that's not allowed. And no, everyone's trying to figure it out. And they do something to win. You know what it is? They cheat. But let's get on to another subject. No, at that, they're the finest, probably anywhere in the world, I would say. But we're trying to pass voter ID and other things having to do with your religion. And getting the Democrats to vote is very, very tough.
Mr. Trump again publicly backing DHS Secretary Kristi Noem as Democrats continue calls for her to resign over her handling of ICE operations in Minnesota or face impeachment.
They were saying about Kristi Noem yesterday. I did the Super Bowl interview. Sir, are you going to relieve Kristi Noem of her duties? No. Oh. I said, why would I do that? We have the strongest border in the history of our country. We have the best crime numbers we've ever had, going back to the year 1900. That's 125 years.
And of course, in typical Trump fashion, there were some lighter moments as well, including him musing about whether he will get into heaven.
I never get a fair break from the fake news, which is back there. That's a lot of fake news. Because last time I was having a lot of fun. We had a big crowd. We had 60,000 people, and I'm talking about the fact that I will never make it to heaven. I will never, ever. And I was being funny. I was trying to be, you can't be sarcastic with them because they write your words, and they don't. The people who are reading the words are much different than. But I say, I'm never going to make it to heaven. I just don't think I qualify. I don't think there's a thing I can do, but all of these good things I'm doing, including for religion. Religion's back now hotter than ever before. The New York Times did a front page story that Donald Trump is questioning his life and the meaning of his life. No, I was just having fun. I really think I probably should make it. I mean, I'm not a perfect candidate, but I did a hell of a lot of good for perfect people.
And that'll do it for your AM update. I'm Megyn Kelly. Join me back here for the MK Show, live on SiriusXM's The Megyn Kelly Channel, 111 at noon East, on youtube.com/Megyn Kelly, and on all podcast platforms.